Whoa, welcome in. Let's hit some home runs. Let's hit some NBA parlays. We got the same game parlay boost in the NBA playoffs tonight. We've got a no sweat home run available to us on DraftKings. And I don't think we have any boost, but we've got dingers. Come on, let's move this sucker. All right. Appreciate you being here as always. We've got a lot of bets to get to in a short amount of time. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can hit that thumbs up button. That really helps things out as we look at what's really available to us. NBA, Derek White, Davion Mitchell, things ahead of time, right? We want tonight. We want Thursday nights, NFL draft night. So maybe we'll sprinkle in a thought or two on a draft prop, but I can't even legally bet those in Pennsylvania. So that just shows you where I am. Profit X, Ivica Zubats, under 2.5 assists is plus 140 at Profit X. It should be plus 126. You can name your own price at Profit X. We found it for you at plus 140. That's a pretty good deal. Every other spot is below plus 126. There's the edge. There's the definition of what we're doing for the next 30 minutes or so. All right. I'll get you in the free week, all that other stuff, but I'm just going to show you how we're going to find some edge here and bounce around and see what we get, at least as it's prompted. Jared Allen was an absolute disaster from a point standpoint last night. Can't imagine that changes moving forward. A lot of shots on goal popping up here, as you see. Brady Kachuk, total shots on goal under 3.5. That seems like a pretty good one over there at Profit X as well. And again, same principle, right? Just keep scrolling down, you'll see. All right, well, it should be plus 111, but we're getting it for plus 120. Did you ever have somebody in your family, maybe the grandmother or the elder statesperson, whoever it is, that grew the success of your current state of your family on their backbone? Cut coupons, right? Just cut coupons. And you probably laughed. You probably scoffed. You probably thought this was insane. This is what we're doing. We're digitally cutting coupons. We're showing you this process as far as like, damn, you can actually do this thing. All right, cool. Let's hit some home runs. We've got an early slate. We're going to build a 3-leg home run ticket for the early slate. We're going to bounce around, see if there's anything that pops for the no sweat as well. But the NBA playoffs will build a parlay to satisfy your same game parlay 30% profit boost. It's going to be super easy. These are still here available if you want to jump in, but I just want to see if there's anything from a home run standpoint. Do we have any home runs? Good morning to everybody here. Always a pleasure. Young Flip, Chris G, Mr. Leibowitz. Always a pleasure. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. People filing in now, starting to, let's see what we got. Home runs. Anything at all. And look, if we don't, that's fine. We'll move around. But look, Herman Marquez, that was the rain delay game that was eventually just rained out. Nothing wrong with fading him this afternoon if you were looking to fade him earlier today, right? Earn runs. This is a good one here. I mean, Garrett should be fine. Seattle cannot hit lefties well at all. Burns strikeouts. Okay. Over 5.5. Corbin Burns. That's a great one. Load up on that. Solo K right there. Play over 5.5 for Burns at plus 140 over at No Vig. Some more Ks as you see Tobias Myers and Brian Wu. I don't hate the Brian Wu one. Again, it's more about the lack of run support I think he gets to battle anything that goes on the other side. Paddock hits allowed. Okay, look, if we don't have anything here, you know exactly where we're going to go. But I'm just seeing if anything pops immediately from a home run suggestion. All right, Shane Smith under 4.5. Let me go over here and see what I got. And then we can bounce around and see, all right, our first game, for example, Chris Paddock on the hill in Minnesota. We should have some stuff. Yeah, 3 for 4 against him. Okay. I'm also just looking overall, but if you want to target him, look, even if you had 30 of 40, this lineup not really geared to take him on overall. But if you want to look at a Rosarena individually, absolutely, we can do that. Just looking at it from the standpoint of it was a 2.5 earned runs. So let's see what we get. Chicago White Sox. We want to go to the player props. We want to go to home runs here. And we want to keep some stuff moving, of course. All right. So let's go. Ty France. Lennon Sosa. It's not going to be us here. Although, that's not bad. I mean, you look at a player that's 10-1 and you think, holy shit, there's no way this guy's going to hit a jack. And then you look at, well, it should be 861. You do have FanDuel to the right of us that is looking at it and giving you a better price than what the market is. So that's what it is. Like, ideally, especially if I'm going to use this, maybe we can get 2. That would be a masterpiece if we put this together. Ooh, Byron Buxton. You see this? Edge on both sides. Should give you a little bit of a... Buxton at plus 370 is not terrible. Remember, we're going a little longer here, right? We'd like 400 or better if you putting the full unit on the parlay, but you could squeeze some math to where you put 3 together and then Buxton, and that parlay is at like $10 or $15. It's still going to smack. This guy hit last night, did he not? It's not a bad opportunity here for a no sweat home run to get this guy Casas at 8-1. Again, we're talking about Brian Wu, where it wasn't a scoff, but he hasn't been fantastic on the road by any means. Am I bugging out, or did he not hit one last night? Christian Campbell. That's another one that's got some massive edge. And nobody's even sniffing that at 11-1. I mean, that's just been inflated right there. Casas and Campbell, could you do that? Here's what we'll do, right? We'll look and see if we can find anybody. Devers is flat. I didn't really want to go same game parlay because for no sweat, you're not going to get any boost or bump by any means. I'm okay with Casas, but I'm just looking to see, this isn't up yet right now. Looking to see if there was anybody else that popped here from it as a result for DraftKings. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just looking and looking to see, just as we saw in that early slate, and there really isn't. All right. Okay. Great. No problem. Let's go right back to it. As I mentioned, we're going to see what we can find with this Chris Paddock game. All right. So now throw out what you see. Both of these guys are primed. And, the beauty of it here is that Shane Smith's not really working out much. Both of these, this is probably going to be the guy to target more so, right? So we can see, all right, they've got the righty. We know there's massive concerns really everywhere on this team, but bullpen as well. So how long is Shane Smith going to be out there for? Where are we getting decent to good value? Luke Kuechly, right? So we need lefty-righty here, as we showed you with Shane Smith. I'm just looking at it, though, in the sense of it's not always lefty-righty for starter when you know a guy can get pushed out rather quickly. So if you do want to look at somebody else where you're going to get some decent numbers, Julian, I mean, these guys are also thin when it comes to turning it around, right? Boy, this is going to be rough. I mean, do we go Larnach? Launch angle at 6 is putrid. Just absolutely putrid. Bader, again, you're not getting the great. I was looking at just the total number there at 3. This is bottom of the barrel scrape material here. Truly scrape material. He's also not walking either, so you're not really getting a ton. I don't really want to bank on Will Castro hitting his second homer of the season just because it's the Chicago White Sox. That's not really a great strategy here. I think we might have to get out. I think we might have to board right now. I mean, I don't think we're getting anything here. Buxton, we showed you with the righty anyway. The number is not even there to reflect it. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to this one here. He's got to be up, right? He's got to be up. So let's see what we can find. You let me know, too, what's popping here. Oh, here we go. See, we're going. Yeah, but look, that's fine. I'm not worried about if a guy hitting left, right, what have you. If he hit 3 in a row, 3 days in a row, absolutely. Good to see you, sir. We absolutely appreciate you being here. Anybody spending time, first time or long time, you are absolutely welcome in the chat. But yeah, I mean, just I don't know if it's like, yeah, because he hit or not, but yeah, I'm fine with that. I think Cassis right now is going to be the no sweat. And now I'm just looking to see where we are with these numbers for this Rockies game. Probably get a decent one on that side. It was all about fading Marquez anyway, right? I mean, it was really just about looking at where you can get in here. I mean, these numbers are just atrocious. So, all right, now it's about finding the right lefty. I would think in this case, we'll see. Cole should be fine through this lineup. Again, this is just more of a team total here. I'm not even looking about Ks or anything along the line. I don't think you need to get cute or anything and try to identify somebody on Colorado. Some of these numbers, right, as you know, even if it's only like 7, 8, 10 games early in the season, it's going to be skewed a little bit. So, do you try to take advantage of somebody longer shot because hey, maybe the launch angle's there, but the contact at least isn't? Probably not, but you can still, for whatever reason, probably just stay up here at the top. Perez has been an interesting one too. Although we need a lefty, don't we? Yeah, with Marquez, we're going to need a lefty. I think this is fine. Here's the thing too, though. We just laid out a similar scenario with the White Sox. If we're going to push to the pen, it may not need to be. Boy, this guy cooled off fast, huh? That's what happens. I think it was like his first 2 plate appearances. He hit home runs, and everybody was like, "Oh, back Patino." The next thing you know, it's just falling. But I mean, look at this. You can't deny the fact that it's still hovering there. Just this hard hit is like, eesh. Is it going to be Vinny in the early slot? Yeah, man. Couple of questions here. We're going to get to that too. 16 ohms. It absolutely does. We're looking early, but I think later and come hang out. We're going to look at the tools and bounce around with John Hyslop at about 4:00 Eastern on the OddsShopper Twitter and his YouTube channel. But yeah, man, I think right now, for the early slate at least, we're going to have to. But yeah, Brent Rooker hits, runs, RBI. Sign me up for that. Jacob deGrom, I mean, they're not that long of a favorite on the road tonight. That lineup is really difficult to just pitch around, especially on the top end. And look, I'm not making the guy out to be Aaron Judge by any means, but I don't think that you're going to get the same level of disrespect before we've seen this lineup kind of beef and blossom as we've seen recently, even. So let's go back here. All right. Get Casas in there. Tristan Casas, go ahead. If you want to tail, great. Load it up. He's our no sweat home run bet for DraftKings. And again, the big thing is just taking advantage of this angle, this number that we have. So make sure you opt in, put it in there. Brian Wu on the road. It's just not a great matchup for Seattle, really, at the plate or pitching as well. Although a Rosarena at plus 500, our guy pushing this out there, that's not a bad look. I am going to go Casas with the number here. Let's see what I can get down. All right, $12.78. It's fine with me. No sweats in the house. Easy, right? Just use the tool to define where we can go. Now, we're going to load up with our FanDuel 3-leg lotto, and then we'll hit it a little NBA same-game parlay boost for you all out there with the playoffs tonight. Want to see if anything else is really popping as well real quick. Let's just see over here on the portfolio. Yeah, Jared Allen. I mean, these are coming up a couple of days, right? Friday, Saturday. I would jump on this massively. Oh, by the way, bang, I forgot. By the way, hold on. If you rolled with us, where are you all out there? If you rolled with us, what day of the week was this? Because I'm going to load this up and show you the evidence, all right, on when we got ahead of this shit. But if you rolled with us, I believe it was Monday's show that we put this in. What was the date here? And you'll see it posted specifically on these tickets. No, this is Sanchez. What is going on here? Come on, Jesus Sanchez and Nolan Gorman. If you rolled with us on Monday, what we did is we got ahead with Jaylen Brown and Moses Moody. These were insane CLV options for us. And what we did is we just jumped on the over and then we built that second leg. And it was amazing because both hit, of course. And I'll show you here specifically, it was 421. All right. 420 was Sunday. Easter Sunday was 420. So the 21st, 9:04 a.m. It was the first thing we did. We came out and we built this. Jaylen Brown was at over 5.5 rebounds, right? And then, or whatever it was. And then 8+. We built off that. And then Moses Moody, it was over, I don't know, 8.5, whatever, 7.5 points. And then we hit this on the 10+ as well. Right there. Same day, same play. Just looked at that and said, we're going to have insane closing line value thanks to the tool. And that's why we dropped it in there. Not bad when the second rung of the ladder is plus 450, right? And that's all we needed to turn that sucker around. Just wanted to remind you all out there, all right? Don't think I forgot. All right, does it work for Pick'em? It certainly does, my friend. Let me show you here. So if you go to Pick'em Top Bets, I don't have anything active. So I'm in Pennsylvania. It's going to show me sleeper, right? Let's go to, I don't know, Virginia. Now, I have a bunch of like prize picks, right? So my portfolio is prize picks. So I got some pretty decent here. Scheifele, right? Winnipeg, total assists. Jared Allen under 11.5 points. Landon Rupp, that guy even exists, right? Under 5.5 strikeouts over at Prize Picks. You can start to build here off of this. So, yeah, the tool works. And yes, you can get in and bunt for a week right now, free. Okay? This will get you in for a week free. Just use code MUG and you'll be good to go. Simple. We try to do everything as easy and as streamlined as possible for you so that you're not missing shit. Anything at all. But yeah, I think the big part of jumping in and looking at where we can go from a home run standpoint, we had our first guy here, right? We identified. It's going to be, boy, is it? It wasn't Vinny. We didn't say it was Vinny, right? Oh my God. Did we really say that? I mean, I'd rather just force a righty on us. None of these guys are really going to be worth it, to be honest with you. Bobby Witt, these guys aren't jacking. These guys aren't mashing today. Michael Garcia, I mean, it's all righty matchup here. And I'm not going to take on the other side. So we have Casas. Now, Devers was popping at least on the tool. Let's go back and just see real quick. All right, let's go up and refresh everything. Just give me something. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to 1 o'clock Eastern. Early slate. We got to build something, folks. Right? We got to build something here. There you go. Lennon Sosa still on DraftKings. Although nothing on FanDuel. We can't do anything with that on FanDuel. Okay. Okay. Luke Kuechly at 11-1. Pretty smash worthy, if you ask me, by the way. Although, of course, you're really dealing with what we just said as far as the lineup issues there. Byron Buxton at plus 390. That's going to be a go for us. All right. So hopefully you're following along at home. All right. And you can see what we're doing here. Byron Buxton, plus 390 so far. Load them up. See what else we can gather. This is game 2, right? The only other thing, if you really wanted to tempt fate, would be this ballpark here. I mean, I don't want to go up against Rupp. I'm just joking as for Tobias Myers, maybe, right? I mean, the launch angle at 16.4 could be a willing dance partner. You'd like this contact to be a little looser off the stool, but you know what? That's fine. I think it's something that we can at least attack. I also don't know how long you're going to get with Myers out there. All right. I think we can at least look. I think we can at least open up the conversation. I don't know about maybe Yaz at the top. That's not a bad look with the leadoff spot. Maybe Ramos. I mean, Lamonte's got that launch too with the lefty, just not really coming through. It's like a really good golfer that's not scoring. Willie? I mean, it's no, none of these guys are. See, like that's the thing. I'm not targeting guys who are low end. So yeah, sure. If you want to go Chapman, but we're forcing that righty lefty again. I think it's Yaz off the top rope. To be honest with you, I really do. I think it's Yaz off the top rope. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add him in here. All right. So again, we can see everybody popping across the board. Yeah, I think that's the play. You all let me know what you're looking at here too. Yep. You want to run that hit, run. Yeah, God bless. You get money down at BetMGM, take them for everything they got, my friend, because that's not going to last. So, yes, sir, I'm with you. Let's see what we got for Yaz. Now, again, we're adding this here, knowing that the number at FanDuel is probably not going to be ideal, although at least we're getting ripped off everywhere, so that's nice. This is just to show you, like, the build the parlay itself on here. Boy, I hate this ballpark more than anything, but you know what? Let's see what happens. Stranger things have happened. No, I don't watch that show. That's fine if you do. I'm not a judgment guy. I watch old Seinfeld and old Martin, so judge me every way you want. It's fine with me. Let's see. Anybody else that we want to target? I mean, again, you can go back. We really didn't see anything. Let's not make guys out to be invincible, right? It's just this is so tough to work around. It really is. I guess we could go back here with Brian Wu. Oh, man. So far, let's see where we are. Just waiting for this thing to pop back in to load. There we go. I'm not going Robert, but I was just showing you a kind of an idea. Yeah, so we're at Buxton and Yaz. Now, how do I get rid of just this guy? Come on. Got to be able to get rid of just this guy, right? And not everybody? Is this serious? Okay, so we'll build it again. All right, Buxton, Yaz. In fact, we're not even going to build it on the ticket. That's fine. You can. I'll just send you a screenshot of what it looks like at this point, because we still have to do NBA stuff. Come on, let's go. The thing about this, we're going to go right to the parlay builder. It's going to be Buxton. It's going to be Yaz, and I think it's going to be Devers. But just give me a second. Oh, Buxton up to 4-1 now on FanDuel. We're in business. This is great. Byron Buxton, 4-1 on FanDuel. All right, let's go back to this game. We'll target Brian Wu on the road. What do we say here? All right, and then we'll build an NBA parlay before we get out of here. So there you have it. I mean, the 3-1, but it's the road starts that I think have been the problem here. Devers is plus 370. So we're at 163.50. I mean, it's not a bad look. You are getting that top of the lineup area. I mean, do you try to squeeze something like this in? No, I don't want Duran. Bregman, righty, not ideal. Brayu, lefty. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is a Brayu. Devers, though, that number was pop. So I think it's going to be Devers or a Brayu right now. What do y'all think? Yeah, Larnach is in. Hey, man, I'm appealing to my demo, which is anybody I think that's like 45 or north, or maybe 40 or north, and they could go seamlessly between those two shows like it's nothing, right? Yeah, I think Larnock is absolutely in play. We saw Rooker, right? I think Larnock is definitely a guy that I love today that you can run with this. I'm just kind of torn a little bit back and forth between Devers and Abreu. I think it's Abreu at 470. We're going to roll with Abreu. All right, that's it. That's it. We're going to hit an NBA just so you can see the difference on the 30%. But I want to roll this, right? We're going to go a quarter unit each, right? The parlay is plus 198.50. So you can put $10 in when 1985. You can put $15 in. So $90. All right. All we need is one of these home runs to hit and we profit. Okay. That's it. Just one to hit and we profit. Let's go. FanDuel. All right. We're on the parlay builder. We're going to build this here for you. It has to be a 3-leg, same game parlay plus what have you. And we're going to go to Pennsylvania because that's where I'm in right now. PA. Go Birds. Man, I don't know how y'all watch football without winning Super Bowls. It's kind of weird, isn't it? We're going to go today. Mug, get in. Coffee. Free week. All right. If you're hanging here, it's a pretty simple process. As I take some coffee there. Let's do it. All I'm going to do is build you a same game parlay plus or plus that you can use here. And you see, I'm just running through this. I'm making sure same game parlay is on. I have it on NBA. I have it today. FanDuel, bang. All of this. Any research needed? No, because everything that comes to me is going to be proven that it's plus EV. See, the odds are better off at FanDuel than they should be overall. So we add Jalen Williams under 32.5 PRA, and you can come up with 1,000 different reasons as far as why he struggles tonight. That's great. They're all valid. Ultimately, it's an end justifies means. Mikal Bridges. Look, at this point, this coach is such a bozo. He's coaching for his job. Things get tight. He's also not that great of a coach. Shout out to Zay the GOAT right now, who's probably just like biting off the remaining of his nails, frantically waiting for yet another Knicks massive disappointment here in the playoffs. That's great. That's what we love. We need one more in either the Knicks or OKC game. I don't want to go to the same player because the tax is going to be hit much more, right? So let's go to somebody else in either this OKC or New York Detroit game. It's probably Duran right here at the PRAs. We're going to get the best number. So this is plus 753. Plus 753. Run it over at FanDuel. If you have the app, if you're following along at home, you have the Bet Now button. It's right there. You see that? The Bet Now button. It's right there. That button puts it immediately into your bet slip. So you don't have to worry about going through and manually doing it and all of these other things. It's going to be less than the return in which we're telling you. That's why you use your 30% same game profit boost. That's what gets you over the hump. Because that's not going to be 7 plus 753. Geez, if I could only talk. So I'm going to roll with that. We'll put that out there. We'll absolutely highlight everything that comes through tonight. Appreciate it. We hit a couple of jacks, including our no sweat. We hit our 3-leg home run parlay over on FanDuel, and we satisfied the top boost of the night, which is this same game parlay, 30% profit boost on FanDuel. So appreciate you being here. Really hit that thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube. Appreciate your time. If you have any questions about how this thing works, hit me up on Twitter at Shander Bets, as you can see, putting these bets in right now as we speak so I can take advantage of our 30% same game profit boost. And then look, let's just root for the Pistons, right? I mean, is there anybody who is not a Knicks fan that is actually rooting right now for the Knicks? Well, the NBA is better with the Knicks in it. No, it's not. Y'all been listening to too much Colin Cowherd. It absolutely is not. All right, player combo. By the way, have you noticed that FanDuel is now offered like alt to where you can go 60 plus PRA? Don't get any ideas to fade me on Jalen Duran. Last one in here, of course, is the Jalen Williams play, the combo one. I just wanted to show you the difference of the number as I'm manually putting this thing in because I was building it for you. That's why. That's why I didn't do it on the app. I was doing it for you here. Jalen, E-N, Williams, 32. All right, this is plus 668. You add the boost, we're at 869. In. See ya. Have a great Thursday. Enjoy the NFL draft. Go Eagles. Go Pistons. Do it all. 3 home runs. Hold on. It was Buxton. Now you're going to make me sign back into FanDuel. Hold on. 3 home runs we had were Buxton, Abreu, and who was the third one? Come on. It was in the San Fran game. It was Yastrzemski. Buxton, Abreu, Yastrzemski. Appreciate you all. Absolutely no. Thank you. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everybody. If you really want to thank me, come mosey around up here and take advantage of this free week that we have with Mug. But really, just hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions. Have a great one.